Mike Priddy will now bring greetings from the Alumni Council.
Good afternoon. Dean, thank you for your words of encouragement, your words of insight, and your words of affirmation. We are all so very excited to have Dean Fuad among us. I am here today on behalf of the Alumni Council of the School of Education, and I also wish to welcome each one of you who is here to this graduation ceremony. I particularly want to extend warm greetings to all in the audience, the parents, the family members, everyone who's come here today to celebrate. And as was just recognized, our faculty and staff who've allowed you to be seated here today, prepared to go forward in the world. Everyone has played a huge role, and let's give them all a round of applause. The Alumni Council is the proud arm of support for the school, and we're excited that you are now going to be a part of our alumni members. We're going to stay connected with you. Laurie Norman, Mike Hobbs, Leslie Dellis, and lots of other folks are going to be sure that you remember us, and they ask that you remember us by keeping your addresses up to date to make life easier for them. I want to encourage you also to think about how this school operates most effectively, and that's through your support. As you go about your first jobs, maybe your second or third jobs, depending on whether you're a teacher in elementary or middle or high school, or your first job at a university, let me also ask that you try to think about sending something, even if it's small, back to the school each year as an indication of what you received. That's part of what the Alumni Council does in combination with the Dean and others. We attempt to help finance special activities of the School of Education. We think when you do that, it speaks volumes about your love for the School of Education and the university. So I want to talk about love for just a moment in my remarks. We can just look around and see that we all come from different walks of life. For me, I was what some refer to as a first-generation college student in 1966. My parents began to talk to me about going to college before I was in first grade. That's because we didn't have kindergarten then. They didn't know much about college though, because they hadn't had that experience. So my path was a little more difficult than the path that my own children have followed or my own grandchildren will follow. We know a little bit more about what it takes to be successful. My experience here includes 3 degrees, an undergrad degree, master's, and a doctorate. I wouldn't be standing here today if it were not for Carolina and the School of Education, particularly the School of Education. For several years after my last graduation, which was in 1981, I remember vividly that when I would approach Chapel Hill by car, my adrenaline would begin to pump. And my memories of so many fun things and so many exciting things would just flow out of me. You'll have memories, you already have memories, but once you leave tomorrow, you'll have a lot more. And I know some of them will be about some fun times that you may have had, maybe on Franklin Street after another championship. I was there in Phoenix with my daughter. It was wonderful. But I think you will realize very quickly, too, what we've all affectionately come to call the Carolina way. I learned to think critically and thoughtfully here. I learned how to create a craft. I learned how to craft a path in life that is more than just how much I made each year. And I learned the meaning of passion by listening to and watching others here. For me, that's what higher education is all about. Learning to be an engaged citizen, a leader in your community, and in especially our cases, a teacher. And I would add, at this point in our history in North Carolina and the United States, being a teacher of many people is one of the most important things we can do. So my admonition to you today is to go forth and be a teacher. For some of you, that means being a first grade teacher, like my daughter. For others, you may be a teacher of teachers, for example, a principal or a superintendent. And for others of you, you may do scholarly research and share it with the world. Whatever you do it the Carolina way. Congratulations to each of you, our 2017 graduates, and know that the Alumni Council is especially proud to include you among our more than 20,000 living alumni. And has been said before, but needs to be repeated often. For all the mothers in the audience, happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Thank you for letting me be a part of this.